Good day, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of New Chapters. And I'm here with one of my favorite humans, Paul Kearney, who's a wellness expert, a certified access facilitator, Tai Chi instructor, and he is on the most amazing journey to just create platforms to support you, body, mind, being. Paul, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, Petra. Yeah, and such a lovely introduction. Yeah, I'm delighted to be here.
Ah, amazing. Now, Paul, we were chatting just off camera about some of the fun things that you're playing and considering how much change is going on in the world right now. We know that everyone watching here has experienced massive changes, whether it's in their personal lives or in the world, that are impacting them. What is just one thing that you can offer that can support us going through this?
Yeah, brilliant question. Yeah. So guys, just be aware there's huge changes happening on the planet. There's a fundamental shift happening on the planet, and it's been on for quite a while and will continue to go on for quite a while. I think everybody's aware of it, and it's kind of affecting some people more than other people, depending on your level of sensitivity. One of the tools that I highly recommend from Access Consciousness is, who does this belong to? So is it mine or somebody else's? But just by asking that question, so it's like something's going on in your head and you're like, oh my God, whatever it is. And you're like, 1 second, who does this belong to? Is this mine or somebody else's? And if you become aware that it's not yours, so what's light is true and what's heavy is a lie. So if there's something that's light and it's like, okay, it's not mine, just say return to sender with consciousness attached. But we have to become so aware of how aware we are as beings. And so we have our human body, but we're also an infinite being. And as we grow and our awareness grows, we become aware of more and more people. And there's a lot of people on the planet, and there's a lot of crazy going on. There's also a lot of change going on, and that's part of the process. It's like things are changing. And when we acknowledge, okay, this doesn't belong to me, what am I aware of here? What am I perceiving? And it could be the lady down the road, it could be your school teacher, it could be your son, it could be your daughter. But it's like, once you become aware, is this mine or somebody else's? Because once you ask that question, it opens up a different space where you become aware of, okay, it's not mine. Okay, return to sender. What else is possible?
Thank you, Paul. This is something that I had never considered before I came to Access. So thank you for this question. Because it's something we just take for granted, right? If I'm feeling
Yeah,
irritated by something, I just think it's mine.
yeah.
I'm irritated all of a sudden, but if we think about it in terms of walking into a room where someone sets the mood, all of a sudden we're taking that on. So thank you for this question. And I just encourage everyone listening or watching to play with this because it didn't make sense to me either at first, at all. But you've got nothing
Yeah.
to lose and everything to gain by just asking, who does this belong to? And return to sender with consciousness attached, like you mentioned.
Yeah, so the tools of access consciousness work on the crazy mind, because if we could do everything and change everything logically, we would have. But this world is not logical. There's a lot of crazy going on, and it's like when we actually acknowledge it, it's light. We start laughing. We're like, okay, yeah, there is a lot of crazy going on. There's a lot of crazy people there. Okay, what am I aware of? And when you start to become aware of, okay, this is not mine, it gives you a different space. Because if you think this anger, this frustration, or this pain, or whatever it means is yours, then you're going to be, okay, how do I fix it? How do I change it? And we automatically become problem solvers. But if we become aware of, this isn't even mine, return to center, return to center, return to center. And sometimes it can be huge things, because sometimes we can take things on at a very young age and we've had it our whole life. So we presume it's ours. And that's a presumptive reality where we presume it and we create it as real. So if you just allow yourself to ask the question, is this mine or somebody else's? It will give you a lot more space.
I love that so much. I mentioned in my video yesterday, and I asked the question about are people willing to have to choose something else? Are they willing to stay open and curious? So this is such a great question to start it off because it's exactly, something I always took on was that this was how I was, but how much of
Mhm.
our personalities that we think are us, we've adopted, and we know this, that we've adopted from our parents or people that have brought us up or culture. but how much more beyond that that we're taking on every day. And something that's just come up for me, Paul, is how much we enjoy staying stuck in the story and almost adding drama to what's going
Yeah.
on in the world. What can people do there?
Yeah, so it's usually when you're working with consciousness, it's peace and silence, and it's like it is looking for that space, but lots of the time we don't have that space, so we need tools. The same as anything, the human being requires tools. It's really important. So there is two types of people we've become aware of. So one is humans who change nothing, do the same thing, and judge everybody else. Then there's humanoids who always want to change things and judge themselves. And so they're always judging themselves. They're not good enough. They're not this. They're not that. And it's like, me too, everybody. And it's like, when you actually acknowledge that, it's like, okay, wow, I'm judging myself a lot. What's it going to stop? What's it going to take to stop this? It's a choice. And we actually acknowledge, wow,
Yes.
I'm judging myself. I'm stopping this. I'm changing this. And it's like, once we make that choice, everything starts to change because the universe starts to conspire to make you happier, to make you more joyful, but also to give you the information what it would take to change.
Ah, yes. Those are massive. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no problem. No problem.
Sure. Okay. I'm so excited. And let us know in the comments which one is fun for you or both. Let's see what we can create. Just try it out. And we'd love to find out and hear your feedback as well. And then, Paul, you are creating some wellness retreats and spaces. So let us know how people, A, where you are, where these retreats, where these classes are happening, and where can we jump in? At the moment, you're doing an incredible 21 days to change your life and business. We're on day 6, I think, today.
Yeah, that has
Um,
been, yeah.
oh, it's been great. So if anyone still wants to hop on, there's more than enough time. You can get the recording. So I'll share the link to that and I'll show notes. And what else, Paul? What else are you busy with and where? Where can we find you?
Yeah, so I'm developing a new program called Holistic Stress Release, and it's a way of releasing stress from your body. And it's kind of giving people a whole set of tools that they can work with. So, working with Tai Chi, yoga, meditation, access consciousness bars. It's like it's kind of giving people different tools that they can use, and then they have a toolbox and knowing, okay, this is the tool I require, this is what I need to change here, and see what's really going on in their life, what is the core thing that they need to change. And it's like, when they start to acknowledge that, then it opens up a different space. And as always, with all self-discovery, it brings you on a voyage. So it's like, what's true for you? And it's like, we've been living this for 20, 30 years, but probably 20, 30 lifetimes. And I'm based in Croatia, in Zadar, and we're looking at running retreats. I'm starting Tai Chi classes on Saturday mornings. We also have bars classes available. And yeah, for anybody who's looking for stress relief, Access Consciousness bars can be a great place to start. Tai Chi can be great, yoga can be great. It's what works for you. What's the secret sauce that clicks with you? Where you're like, this is awesome. I love this. I want more of this. And it's like allowing that space to open. Because when that space opens, you can start to explore, who am I truly? Because we're not wrong. And it's like, that's so, so important. We are not wrong. We buy the lie that we're wrong and we make ourselves less. What if you never made yourself wrong again? And what if there's a whole new space and a whole new way of living available for you?
Wow. Paul, that in itself, wow, what if there is nothing wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's massive. Someone here needed to hear that. So
Yeah.
rewind and listen to that on a loop. So
But
much
that's the
space.
that's the thing. We're not wrong. And on the converse of that, we're not right. And it's like, so often we're trying to be right, or we're trying to be wrong, or we're trying to be wrong so we can be right, so we can be wrong. And it's like, so we can be right. And it's like that right and wrong, which we were talking about last night on the 21 days, is quite deep in the human psyche. And what if you could just be free, letting go of the requirement to be right and allow yourself to be free?
Just hearing you say that again, I already feel a lot freer and lighter. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We can be we can be right or we can be free. And a lot of the time we choose to be right. But what if we actually chose to be free and just have the freedom, the space, the joy, the happiness, enjoying this beautiful planet, enjoying this beautiful life? It's precious that we have a life and really enjoying that.
That completely encapsulates Mental Health Awareness Month for me. That
Yeah.
is beautiful. Thank you so
Mm.
much. What if we can be free? What if we
Yeah.
have tools available to us, and you've offered us so many incredible questions and tools and things that you're doing, that if we are willing to be open to them, to embrace them, to participate in them, then we can be free. And you mentioned there as well, which was so great. So it's acknowledging first that there's something that
Mm.
we want to change, choosing it, and then choosing, I love what you said, the secret sauce that clicks with you.
Yeah.
So selecting something, it's taking the action and choosing. So Paul, thank you so much. You are creating the most beautiful space of ease and peace for so many people. I'm so grateful for the contribution that you are in my life. And I'm sure that people that don't know you yet, that have just met you today, you're going to be such a contribution to their lives as well. So thank you.
And
I'm
thank you,
grateful.
vice versa, Petra. Yeah, you're such a special person and a gift. Yeah, it's been awesome. How does it get any better?
How does it get better than this? Awesome,
Mm.
guys. Well, thank you so much. Pop down in the show notes. I'll share all that that Paul is busy with, and you can check it out. Pop into Croatia if you're there. Take a little selfie, tag me, and say hi. And you're going to be you're going to love meeting Paul in person and online. So come and play with us, and let's see how much we can support our mental well-being this month. Thank you so much. So grateful. Have a beautiful day, everyone.
Thank you, Petra.
Thank you, Paul. Now I'm trying to now I'm trying to stop. Okay, I'll stop it and then I will edit it. Stop recording.